Hi everybody, today we're going to have a look at how you actually share content to your students once you've actually collected it or created a map. So we're going to do a full demonstration example for this video, have actually how to share data that you might have collected in the field, but even if you've created a web map in ArcGIS Online, the steps still apply. So I'm going to go ahead and open this survey. This is just a quick example of a survey 123 that I've done previously with a group of students. We've shared it, we've been out in the field, we've collected the data. And as you can see here, we've got all our analysis, as you know, that we can get in survey 123, our beautiful photos there from being out in the field. And so we can now create this into a layer in ArcGIS Online. We do that by pressing the data tab. And we can see all our points there of data collection, and we can either export it as a CSV and upload it to ArcGIS Online that way, or we can simply click Open in Map Viewer and it will open the layer in ArcGIS Online, which is obviously our core application for this entire program. So as the layer loads, we can see now that our data is where I collected it in Melbourne. So zoom right in and there are all our data points. Beautiful. What we can do from here now is we can hover over these three dots and we can go to rename, and I can say field data points or whatever makes sense for you and your students. Once I've done that, I go ahead and click save as, and it will open my save page. So I can say and save it into any folder that I see fit. And now that data layer from my survey 123 that we've been in the field and collected is now in my content in ArcGIS Online. So if I head over to ArcGIS Online's homepage and I hit the content tab on the white ribbon at the top there, we can see that the very top item in my content is now the layer I have just saved. So that's today, and we can see the layer right there. So obviously from here, I can go ahead and open the layer and change the symbology and the colors and the structure of all the data as we would in any other ArcGIS Online video. So if you want to see those, I've actually got those in a different video. Today's video is actually about sharing this data now with your students. So if you come over to the right hand side here, you can see this little person icon. And if I hover over it, it actually says sharing owner, which means that it has been shared to me and my content. Nobody else can see this, okay? If I was to click on that little person, you can see here it says set sharing level, and the first option is owner, which is what it's currently on. You can see by that blue dot there. The next is organization. Organization is your school, your university, your institute, whatever you're a part of, that is your organization. If you share something to organization, every single person that is in your organization will have access to it. So if this is being shared for a assessment or for a private field excursion, you want to make sure that it is not shared publicly through your organization by doing this. The next option is public. So you can see the icon for this one is globe. And this means that it can be found in ArcGIS Online by anyone who has an account. So people who are outside your organization. I don't recommend that one for schools. I recommend the top two if you are creating content within your school. Now, if you are wanting to keep it private and only share it with maybe your year 12s or your year 11s, for example, you keep it on owner, but you also add it to a group. So you would need to previously set up the group prior via the groups tab on the top banner right there. You can set it up right there. And then you simply select whichever group you want to share it with and press apply. And now you can see it's on owner, so I still have access to it. I still am the person controlling it, but it's also been shared to my group right here. So anybody who is involved in that group will also have access to it. And if I press save, then what we can see happens to our icon here. We can see it's given us a review of sharing just to get our approval. And what we can see with our icon here is it's on private, so it's on me, plus the members of my group. And so that is a very quick overview of how you can actually share your content with students so that they can have access to all the content that you create through field applications, but also through creating web apps.